Alright guys, so what is good? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I wanted to touch a little bit more on like how to make money aside from just Amazon, at least the on-site aspect, part of it. Because I know when we start doing this influencer thing, our main focus is basically making videos, uploading them, and making commissions from the on-site aspect, right? But when you really truly sit down and look at the whole business model, in whole, there are literally tons of different ways to make money, all directed from this program itself. Okay, so in this I'm going to go over a ton of different ways, bunch of different tricks, and just everything else in between, so that you can expand your money. And going forward, you start diversifying a little bit from the influencer program, because as we all know, putting your eggs all in one basket, whether it's with the influencer program or just any business model, even a job in general, is very high risk. Okay, so it's important to build something on the back end, so should something ever happen, you don't have to worry about a huge chunk of whatever money you're making be cut down for whatever reason, right? So but before we get started, be sure to smash that like button, drop a comment down below, let me know what you guys think, let me know if you have any extra tips or anything like that, and be sure to hit that subscribe button down there so you stay notified more on content just like this one right here. All right, so when it comes to the influencer program, it honestly amazes me how many different ways there are of making money with this program. And I'm not even talking about from the on-site aspect. Like when you really take down this rabbit hole of different ways of making money, literally directed from this program, it's like insane how much money there is. There's almost too many ways of making money with this program that it can really have you, distracted from the actual main thing. And that's something I want to talk about, touch a little bit on this video too, as I'm going through some of these methods. It's just, having that focus at the end of the day too. Okay, so now obviously one of the best ways to make money from, aside from like the on-site aspect, is through creator connections, which I believe at this point in 2026, everybody's already on it. It's nothing new, it's nothing special anymore. I mean, last year they opened the floodgates for everybody to get into the program. So yeah, I mean, at this point, all you got to do is hit bronze level, on your account, and you're basically in. So that is literally the main way to make money, aside from the on-site. And I highly advise you guys really dive into creator connections and really find ways to make money through there, because the commissions that you will make from that is insane. I mean, literally, I had a 200+ day the other day. My on-site was only like $60 for that particular day, while my off-site, literally just from creator connections, was like at least $170 or something like that. So it was a major gap on how much commission I made from creator connections versus that actual on-site stuff. So man, it's just crazy. Like, I've never hit a $200 day in my life in this program that I'm aware of. I've been close, but nah, never past that. So when I saw it, I was like, wow, this program is intense. Not to mention that just from being in creator connections alone, it has literally doubled my income. If not, probably getting, maybe even going to triple it this month. We'll see. But it is crazy. I mean, I've talked about how much I've made and stuff previously before, like on-site and whatnot, but we were barely like 10-11 days into this month of January, and I already made what I normally make on my monthly commissions, for the past year and stuff. Like, that is crazy. And then with creator connections, I mean, it just gives you a huge boost. Like, dude, I am telling you, this is probably the best way to make money with offsite. Now, of course, that's just one of the ways. Now, another way you can make money from this program that's directed in a way is starting a YouTube channel. YouTube can be a grind, but long term, it can be very well rewarding. Like, for one, you can make money just from the offsite aspect of it. So with the YouTube channel, you post your video, and in the description, you can actually add, like the Amazon link to the product directly that's linked into your store ID. Especially if you use a deep link, which I will advise you guys to use, but I'll make a whole separate video going over deep links, on a different video. But if you attach it down there and it directs the customer directly to Amazon, you never know, a customer might buy it and you'll make commission from it. I don't make hundreds a month from the offsite aspect through those links, but I have made like 20 to 50 bucks monthly. That's around my average. It just depends on the month. So, it's a little something. It's nothing crazy, but I mean, it covers my vidIQ subscription, which that's like 12-15 bucks a month, and whatever else I need, like paid off for. So, it's a little something, right? It's something. It's nothing crazy, but it's something. But not to mention, like with the YouTube channel too, is like the main thing with YouTube is that long term, over time, you'll have all these views, all these watch hours, subscribers come over, day by day. and then next thing you know, you actually get monetized with the program. Now my channel is almost there. I'm just missing the subscribers. I have more than the watch hours already needed, the 4,000 hours, which took like a year more or less to basically achieve those. So I'm just missing the subscribers. At that point, I'm basically monetized. So, you know, once you start making that ad revenue with AdSense through there, like that's literally another stream of income on its own. Now, how much that is per month can vary. I've seen people say they make at least an extra 100, 200, 500 even. So, I mean, hey, that's an extra bill or two that's being paid off every month just from, you know, posting those same videos that you post from Amazon directly onto YouTube. So, you know, it's definitely worth, you know, some of the time and weight. But again, it's just copy and paste it. Now, there's a whole different direction that you can take with YouTube that I will go in a separate video. So for now, we'll just keep it right here where it is, you know. But yeah, you can make money. Not to mention, surprisingly, you know, posting your videos on YouTube will bring, you know, awareness to brands out there. I've literally had, you know, emails sent to me from brands just because they found our actual YouTube channel and not our Amazon storefront. And, you know, we had some gig collaborations, you know, happen and whatnot. So even though you're not directly making money from the monetization aspect of YouTube or even the outside aspect, hey, if brands, you know, will pay you to post videos, whether it's, you know, on Amazon or YouTube or both platforms, like, there you go. You make some money without indirectly, like, you know, doing this and that. So, yeah, that's what I'm telling you guys. It just brings more awareness. I mean, like, it can be very well worth it. And at the same time, you're building that second stream of income. So it is a perfect business model to get your foot, you know, in there. But of course, you know, before I advise, like, before really diving into all these extra ways of making, you know, income from the offsite aspect, please make sure that you have your on-site, you know, storefront on point, because otherwise you're going to be just, you know, having your focus spread out way too, you know, flat out everywhere, and it's just going to mess with your big money, you know, holder at the end of the day. Now, another way to monetize, you know, through this program is selling the products that you get from, you know, like creator connections or your brand collaborations on Instagram or social media. You know, it's crazy how many items you can actually flip, whether it's through Facebook Market or eBay, and literally make some extra money from the products that you already receive, literally for free. So, you know, and let's say you receive like $100 product. Okay, it might, you know, maybe valued, you know, $100 on Amazon, but if you got it for free, you know, flip that thing for like $50 or something, you know, 50% off. You move it quickly and you get free extra $50. So, you know, that's another great way of making money with this program, is just selling some of these products that you're receiving and making extra cash. Like, what do you have to lose? It was literally free. Like, come on, lowball that shit and just get rid of it. You know, because if you have too many products stacked up, you know, in your room, garage, wherever you're storing these products, it's not going to be pretty, okay? So, you know, just move it, get it done with, and move on to the next product. So that is another perfect way of making money with this. And if you haven't already been doing this, yeah, I would get on it, because you do not want to stack, you know, a shelf full of freaking products just sitting there taking up space when you know you're going to receive more products, okay? Like, no, not the prettiest thing to happen. Now, another one that nobody talks about, which I'm kind of trying to, you know, do a little bit, is getting monetized on Twitter X. Or just even like Facebook. I mean, I've seen people post their videos on there. They post their Amazon links. So whether it's through the links affiliated with that, or just trying to get monetized from the video, you know, watch hours with videos and whatnot, that is another way. I'm going to try with the X platform and see how that goes. But at the end of the day, I think posting on any social media platform in general will basically bring brand awareness regardless. So again, it's really just putting yourself out there on multiple platforms so that brands can see you and be like, oh, hey, let me collaborate with this person. You know, you never know, right? Because certain, you know, like brand owners, yeah, some of them might be on Instagram, but some of them might not even mess with Instagram, and they'd rather be on X. And instead of being on X, maybe they'd rather be on Facebook. So, you know, it's important to put yourself out there in front of these brand owners so that they see your work, they see your style, and just, you know, try to collaborate with you. So, yeah. Now, that can be very time consuming on top of what you're already doing. So again, just make sure you're in the proper spot with your on-site stuff, and, you know, put some focus into that first before you decide to diversify into any other thing, because it can be very tedious. It can be very time consuming, especially for a lot of you who are still working like 9 to 5s and whatnot. You already know you guys are limited on time as it is. So, you know, make use of your time doing what's actually making you money versus what's potentially going to make you money down the road. Okay, so just try to balance it out, especially if you have kids. I mean, come on, you know, kids are a handful for sure. I mean, I got kids of my own, and yeah, it can be a handful, and I'm full time, so imagine that. So yeah, but yeah, that's another great way to make money, you know, indirectly from the influencer program. So yeah. Now another way to making money from this program, which some of you may not like, and I could see why, but basically teaching others how to do the same thing that you're doing. Okay, so like starting a group, Discord group, a school group, some type of mentorship. Like when I bring this topic specifically, guys, don't feel guilty about doing this. Okay, because at the end of the day, what you know here in your mind, the way that you're making money from this program is a skill set. Okay, and it's no different from a fucking college degree, like college course, high school, all that shit. Literally the same thing. In fact, probably even way cheaper and more valuable in my opinion. So if you're willing to put yourself out there on social media and drive a course, teach others and whatnot, then don't be afraid to. Here I am on the YouTube channel. I'm not even charging you guys. This content is literally all free. The goal is to get this channel monetized down the road, so we make some money from this channel too. So teach yourself out there. Put yourself out there. Don't be don't let nobody tell you that you should feel guilty for charging people, because people will pay literally $300 for some shoes. So they should be able to charge for your knowledge too. I mean, that's literally going to make them money. Shoes aren't going to make them money. Okay, designer clothes, all this and that bullshit, like, it's not going to make them money. But your knowledge, your skill set, that's going to make them money. So don't be afraid to charge. I mean, you don't even have to overcharge or nothing like that. It could be something very low, but just if you're willing to monetize your skill set, then do so. Don't be afraid of it. I've done it before when I did Amazon FBA, and even I felt guilty at the time. But thinking back on it now, like, I don't feel any type of guilt anymore. So if I'm gonna charge somebody for my time, then that's a fair trade. Okay. Now whether how much that's what value that is for you, then that's entirely on you. But yeah, and again, this is directly and indirectly from the Amazon influencer program, and it's just another way of diversifying and making money aside from that program. Okay, so yeah, I mean, those are the main ways that I can think of making money aside from the influencer program. You don't have to do all these or do any of them at all. Whatever's working for you, do that. I just don't want you guys to diversify any time from what's actually making you money into something that's again, might make you money. Okay, because every one of these methods, aside from what I just mentioned, take up some time. I mean, don't act like it's gonna just be something that you switch on and you're selling a $3,000 course on this and you made a 6 figures within like 2 weeks or something like that. No, all this takes time. No matter what method you pick, it all takes time. It all takes work. Literally the same amount of work that you're putting into the influencer program is the same amount of work and time that it's going to take to build up any of these extra income. So, with that being said, be sure to have yourself situated in a way where you're making good money from the on-site, so that it does, that it does allow you to diversify into other ways. One last tip that I can give is, if you're doing all these things on your own, you want to try something else though, get a VA, hire somebody, get someone from the Philippines or something. It's very, very, very affordable. I have one of my own, and bro, like, I'm just able to have all these extra things. Like, keep in mind, I'm doing this YouTube channel. I have one for my Amazon reviews. I'm already on a 3rd YouTube channel that's going to be very, very niche specific from the products that we're receiving from the influencer stuff. We're trying to run TikTok Shop affiliate. We're doing the Amazon influencer program. Like, I got a lot of different things going on, and I'm still able to work less than 2 hours a day just because of a VA. So if you can afford some help, get some. It will change your business dramatically. I don't want to get too much into this topic on this video. I will do it on a separate one. But yeah, this is how you will scale. This is how you will diversify, and this is how you will stay better protected in case Amazon decides to take your account down for whatever reason, because it's happened to me twice already, and it can happen to you as well. So just trying to put it out there, trying to help you guys out. But yeah, that'll be it for the end of this video. Peace. I'll see you on the next one.